It's Madmaxed with another raid video, and today we're in the Iron Twin Fortress, and after you get past about 8 or 9, you're going to notice this thing is extremely difficult. I've made it past 10, but 11 is kind of eluding me right now. The one thing I've found out is that Geo does massive damage to this thing. As long as it fires up, I do need to re-gear him because I really need to put reflex gear on him so I can have the iron come up more often. And I forgot the thing was, and you see all that damage, that was Geo. And then see you speed it through again and you get another set of damage from him. And it's every time you get boons on your guys, any kind of buffs that you apply, when you watch, it speeds up his turn meter. And his turn meter goes through the roof. Now I've got Valkyrie here, but Valkyrie's not booked. I only got her just recently, and she is like a beast in this thing. I mean, she is really good for this because that huge shield she throws, that retaliation that she does, I mean, that does a lot of damage to it. But the major damage you're going to get is from Geo here. And that's the only, he's the only thing I found. I mean, I went through several things. I've wasted a lot of energy, when I first started out doing this, to get his mechanics down and to find the characters that would do the most damage. Now see, I got the burn back up. And so when I got the burn up, I just sat down and I applied that heals to everybody, and that speeded up his thing, but he only attacked one person with that blow. So I need to get another set of, but see now he's already got rid of the burn, so I'm not going to get that reflex damage from Geo. That's where the damage is in those multiple hits that he gets in from doing this. And like I said, here he is now. I got 2 turns to wait before I can get it back up again. But you don't want to actually speed his turns up during this time because you're just wasting time doing this. All you're going to do is stack a lot more stacks of that iron brand on yourself for all those boons, because he's going to go a lot more times. He's going to apply a lot more of those to you. So you just want to do is A1 and not get all those boons up until you sit down and you get to the point where you've got the burns up, and then when you got his HP burn up, and then once that HP burn is up, then you can sit down and you can hit him and keep him going for those 2 turns, because that's when he's going to start taking a lot of damage from this. Now I apply that. Now see his damage went down all from Geo. And see, there it goes again. I mean, that probably dropped 10–15% of his health. And that's the most you're going to get from this. I mean, this is an incredibly hard boss once you get on up. And of course, I've got 4 of these guys have all books, they have all masteries done. And you're talking about the only one that's not is Valkyrie. And like I said, that's just because she's brand new. You see she's at level 57. She's almost maxed out as far as getting to level 60. I do have a few masteries on her, but I don't have her masteries completed yet. I need another few days to do that. And then the books, well, I'm waiting for CBC, like everybody else does, to apply the few books I have to her. She is really a great champ. I mean, there are some of these champs here that are just awesome. and there's some that just are kind of mediocre. You know, she's not a mediocre champ. She's one of the best ones I've found so far. And I'm still one away. I think I need to go ahead and apply that. Just keep the damage down. Blocks the debuffs. I was really trying to wait till the burn was back up. Ursa's real good because she applies that drop attack on him, drop the crit rate on him. Now you see how much damage we got there? We got over 10% of the boss's damage all from Geos. The hardest part I've got is just keeping Geo alive. I mean, Geo is, he's all attack. He's not built to take all this damage. That's the reason I've got Bad L in here. I've got Ursa in here, Valkyrie. All these people are really tanky defensive type people, just about. I mean, Ursa's an HP champ. Bad L's actually an attack champ, but I've got him tanked out. Valkyrie is also a defensive champ. Now, so you drop all three of those with the shield that she applied, but it's almost dead. Valkyrie could easily finish this out for what little bit's left. This thing hits extremely hard. I mean, you can see what it did to those. I mean, the damage that it does is incredible at times. And, you know, the Iron Brand, the more that you have, there's a little key to this where if you look at the boss guide on it, and I don't have keys, but what the boss does is if it's not of the same affinity as it, which is red, then you get, for every one that's not there, it stacks 1% more of the Iron Brand damage on you. So that adds up really quick. So you don't really want to go against the affinity so much because the affinity just kills you. You're talking about 5 guys stacking 5% more damage for it. I mean, it's all red, so you've got to just about get it into most of the people being red so you don't keep stacking that up so bad. Let's go through some of the stuff that I use. I'll show you the team. Now I use Geo, and yeah, Geo is maxed out. For a while, I used Taragi the Frog, and Taragi is really good for this because Taragi, the reason he's so good is because of that passive that he's got. Well, no, it's at number 3 attack. He reflects the damage, got shield, allied buffs, and that keeps your guys alive a lot longer. He is probably one of the better epics in the whole game. I mean, he is just one of the best support champs. He's an HP champ, but he supplies so much support for people. And if you've seen some of my other videos, and I talk about him, how he can just solo Scarab King. I mean, he's an amazing champ. And I used him for a while. I mean, he helped a lot for the first 8 rounds or so. But, like, of course, I used Ursa, and most people are not going to have that because it's a void champ. But, you know, it will place to decrease the crit damage, decrease attack, because the way it's built, because it's a defensive type thing. It would have decreased the speed or decreased defense if it was an attack base, but it's not. It also has that big allied protect, strengthen, put strengthen itself and allied protect for 3 turns on a 3-turn cooldown. But it does so much damage to everybody else, and then to it, you'll wind up getting it killed if you don't have a reviver on it. And like I said, the important skills are maxed out in all this. All the masteries are done in this, and this is pretty much the mastery for an HP type champ too. It has all the defense and support tree. Now, Bad L it's only got 2 attacks. He's got that weak A1, and he has a real good poison continuous heal. Now, his aura is good because it increases the crit rate in all battles by 25%, so you don't have to have a 75% crit rate on people to max out your crit. He's got a full set of reflex gear on and some speed. And the reason it is because you want him fast and you want him to go a lot, so that and that reflex helps his cooldown because it's on a 3-turn cooldown. But I can already tell, until you get these guys, even 60 level players that are geared well, it's going to take the right champions to do this, and he's the right affinity. He's red. So, you don't get to build up from that. And I've got a lot of really good attack champs, and they will not cut it through here. And, it just won't make it. Now, I also used Valkyrie, which, like I said, she's new. And I've only pulled her about a week ago or less. And I've already got her to 60. And, and I don't have all of her masteries done yet. I know she would help out a lot better if I get I'll probably spend the, CVC, get the mastery completely done out. You see her skills, I haven't got a book in her at 1. And, and her aura is not going to help you because it's only in faction. And that 33% defense, if it worked there, would be great. She's in Stalwart gear, which, lessens the damage by 30% from all those AoE attacks, which helps you a lot. She also has a set of resilience so that she'll have the as you can see, I've got, the only thing that's low on her is a crit rate. That's, 38% plus the 25 from Bad L. But, she's got a really good crit damage. And whenever I can get some other gear that has better crit rate in the substats, but see, I got so much defense from all this. We're talking about 5,800 defense. We almost got 6,000 defense on her. Her attack is not important. She's got 36K worth of hit points. Her speed is 198. I like to have everybody above 200, but that's what it is. And her accuracy, it doesn't matter because she's not based on, she has no debuffs at all. And she has a resist to 224, which helps her. But when you look at her skills, she has no debuffs at all. She has the shield to counter attack. And she's only got 2 attacks. And so it decreases the turn meter by 10% on each hit if the target has any buffs. So, that's going to boost her turn meter up by 20%, but it's not a debuff. So you don't need any accuracy on her at all. And that's basically the crew. It's that I used. There are other ones I thought about using, like maybe Thayan. Thayan could have kept, instead of maybe, I thought about using maybe Thayan, but she's way too squishy for that. And Thayan would sit down and drop the defense. She's got a really good skill set. This is my primary one though. But if you look at Thayan, she's set up for Spider and for Clan Boss. and she decreases defense and weakness. So that doubles the damage from anybody automatically. So, you know, if you can get that to hit, and then you can get that burn from Geo up, you're going to do twice the damage from it because the defense and weaken 2x is your damage. And then she's got that poison and she's got that decreased attack, but the decreased attack also comes from Ursa when she's in the mix. So that's basically, you know, what I did with it. I mean, I tried using Skull Crusher because he's red, and you know, but Skull Crusher, he takes way too much damage from this. I mean he's built. He's got 3,400, you know, defense. He's got, you know, 46, 47K worth of hit points. I mean, I haven't done a lot with him lately, but since, you know, I've got Ursa booked out, I mean, he's fast too. He's got you know, he starts out with a 98 base speed, and it goes, you know, I've got 144 on top of that. I mean, I used him in Clan Boss for a long time until I got Ursa booked up. And Ursa is just so much better because that Allied Protect is always up on everybody, and that tremendously cuts down your damage. But Geo, like I said, I need to go back in and I need to get this lifesteal gear off from him and probably put reflex on him. And I probably need to make him a little bit more tankier than he is. I mean, if you look, he's got 69% crit rate. With Bad L, that gets him up to 94. So he's going to crit most of the time. His crit damage is 227. It needs to be higher. His accuracy is great, 328. So he's always going to run that burn. That's what I looked at. His defense is not that great, you know, as far as a base, 925, but I've got him up to 1200. And his hit points are 33K. And like I said, what I would probably do is I'd probably go in here and put a good reflex set on him. And I'd try to get his reflex as high as I could and make him a little bit more tankier than what I've got him. I mean, I would probably lose some of the you know, like the attack here. For be better if it was another defensive stat or whatever. And, you know, but he needs to be rebooked so that HP burns up more, because if you can keep that HP up, burn up all the time, I mean, you know, it would do amazing. It does some amazing work. I still got a few masteries I need to do on him, but you know, probably, you know, probably the increase the one here. But I've got him set up, built like, you know, Geo should probably be built for it, and he does do really good at this. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it helps you out trying to beat this thing, because like I said, I really think, though, to tell you the truth, from what I've seen of this so far, is to beat this thing on the higher levels, like it when you get down to 15, it's not going to take a level 6. It's not going to take just a level 60 set of characters to go in here like I've got now that are booked out and that have, you know, really good stats and all that. I think what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to get several of these guys up with all of these eternal, you know, with all these eternal souls and everything, because that really increases your damage. I mean, I've got Cold Heart and I've done probably 40–50% more damage, you know, from Cold Heart's A3, because I got lucky and I pulled a shard. It was a perfect shard for her. She's all the way up at 6. It made my spider team even quicker. It's really, you know, these things are really good. They're going to really improve your team, but it's going to be a long, slow process to get all this. But guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You can leave me some comments. Anything you want to see or know, I'll be glad to post. And remember to subscribe to the channel.